Last time on the Platinum Mask, having barely survived the crippling defeat of the Lord's Alliance armies at the Battle of Iron Pass, a small group of stragglers made their way south in an attempt to escape the vanguard of the invading army. With the onset of an early winter diminishing their numbers further still, our party was forced to take shelter in Ellsdale, an isolated village in the foothills of Mount Hotno. It was soon discovered that Ellsdale was overrun with a nefarious rot, which poisoned the surrounding woodland and corrupted the minds of those who dwelt in the village. At the center of this corruption sits a shadowy inner circle with infernal ties, whose potential for devilry threatened to consume the entire nation. In hopes of vanquishing this simmering evil from the land, our party sought the aid of a local mystic, who posthumously directed them to return to the Great Hall in Ellsdale and venture beneath to destroy the rot at its source. Fatigued from hours of hard riding and still recovering from the injuries of a recent conflict, the party returns to Ellsdale only to find the caverns beneath the town far more insidious than they had ever imagined, and as such retreat in order to recoup for the fight ahead. But there was no rest to be had, for in their absence the town had been taken over by another surviving company from the battle for Iron Pass, the infamous White Hawk Mercenary Company led by Dretch Faulkner. Hoping to seek a diplomatic solution, Spear and Saya confront Dretch, but thanks to the sorcery of Ivan Brethold, the situation soon devolves into a three-way battle royale, from which our party emerges victorious. All that remains is to finally venture into the hellhole and confront the evil therein. Join us now as we enter into the second and final installment of the final episode of The Platinum Mask.
It's about 11 o'clock in the morning when you decide that you want to take some action. What would you like to do?
Well, we've got the bug room lying ahead of us. That's the real main obstacle. So it's just about getting, how do we want to solve the bug problem?
Anyone know the natural pesticides?
What's your name?
I think first thing is I want to go talk to the Coopers.
Okay.
Just let them know what happened last night and give them an option to stick around or not.
Probably the Smiths too.
And the Smiths.
Yeah.
Right.
I do think we should leave somebody guarding the hellhole. Just saying.
Okay.
So you guys stay guarding, that's fine. You go to the Coopers, you find them. There's, obviously the family is still there. There's a father, mother, a couple of kids, and the grandmother. Like, hello, welcome. How did you go? Is it just you going by yourself?
Yes. Buddy and I.
Where is our auntie?
Your auntie is at rest.
Oh. So you couldn't save her then? Not even Astrid? Well, at least Astrid would have done the appropriate rituals to send her to the right place.
Mm-hmm. Yes, she would have.
Cutaway scene. Fuck.
There's worse news, though. I think the illness that has been spreading through the town has moved to its next incarnation. Most of the town last night turned into undead.
Really?
Your protection from Maliki has spared your households. I'm going to go see the Smiths after this, but at least 24 were killed last night.
Well, I mean, there were some other followers of Maliki in the town. Just a handful of families, about 4 of them.
There,
He rattles off a few names of some other families.
there's a portal to the infernal under Ivan's house.
He sort of makes the sign of Maleki.
We're gonna try and do something about it. But
He says the Cotter families and the Thatch families are also followers of Maleki.
you might want to get them together. I'm not sure if you want to try and stay out the winter here, or and see if we can get this fixed, or if you want to move away from the town.
I guess we can go to the Lord's Manor.
I don't know if it's clear, but it might be safer than here.
Well, it's not going to snow for the next 2 days from what we can tell, so...
Oh,
It's not going to snow for the next 2 days, from what you can tell.
you're right.
Using your druid sense.
But no, it's your choice. But things are not looking good. There was a mercenary camp that came through. They've been dealt with.
Okay, we were wondering what the commotion was last night.
I'm sorry this happened to your town, but Astrid gave her life to provide the answer to repairing the forest.
Well, if that is done at least, then it gives us heart. And perhaps staying here to finish the work of rebuilding that she started is what we should do. We will stay in the hut, or we will stay in the forge with the Smith family. We'll get the Thatch family together and the other families, the followers of Maliki, and we will all gather in the forge and make our home there. And if you do not return within 24 hours, then we will likely leave.
Right.
We'll pray for you. Alright, so you leave them and return to the group. What's the plan, guys?
The plan, eh?
I mean, best I got is storm the hellhole.
Yeah. Well,
Aaron rode to the manor too.
can we get past the bugs? Like the bugs are our next step, right? So...
Did Aaron get hit by the bolt that was shot at her? Did she just keep riding?
Both. Oh no, one. You're not sure. You didn't make a high enough perception test to tell.
I mean, just
To
like
the
take
Lord's Manor,
take a look,
didn't
see
she?
if there's a
But
body lying there.
judging by these creatures that you've been fighting, these things, even if she had been hit by a single bolt, it wouldn't have taken her down. She's somewhere out there.
So she's not the...
Also, these things probably wouldn't be affected by the cold.
I don't think the Lord's gonna have a good time.
The Lord's not at the manor.
Oh, isn't he? Oh, great.
Apparently no.
Awesome.
He very rarely comes around here, from what my understanding was.
As long as we don't tell anyone to go to the manor, we'll be good.
Well, Strachan's there.
Cool. So as long as we don't tell anyone to go to the manor.
And what happened.
If
She's under his influence.
I can't justify going to the manor and seeking out Strachan until we've resolved the hellhole.
Yeah, let's
Well,
let's do the
it's
hellhole.
2 days ride from here. Or 4 days walk.
Well, bugs wait for no man, but maybe we can get some oil. We can set them
Fire
on
would do
fire. I don't know if they're going to be fire resilient.
Can we distract them and try to sneak past?
Maybe. Not sure how. There's at least 2 of them.
I would love to not fight these things.
I mean, we do have a bunch of spare mercenaries.
I get
I'm
it.
assuming this is a private conversation we're having away from the mercenaries.
We can send them to explore, and
We
then
do
while
have
they're
treasure to pay them.
distracting, we can...
Do people
around.
have any illusions?
Spear, I just want to know what you think about the plan of sacrificing those mercenaries.
I'm not particularly happy. I just said they're distracting. I didn't say they're necessarily dying. They could
I think
come
we
with
can
us
give them the
after.
opportunity to fight and do good work, though.
Yeah, of course.
But only if they do it willingly.
You think that you can still win Noriko around to a sensible way of thinking. You just need to convince her.
Do we have
despite the red eyes, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Do we have an illusion that we could
Not of any major
Of what?
variety.
For what purpose? To distract the bugs.
I can create an instantaneous harmless sensory effect. Don't know if that's enough.
That minor illusion? That's prestidigitation.
Could we sneak past the bugs? There was only a few of them in a kind of labyrinthine area from memory.
From memory, the area looked like this.
Ooh. God, I have a good memory.
Yeah, you really do. It was entrance through here, exit through here. Back before this was just coming down through the long corridor that led to here, and then the chamber with all the lemures, which you now know how to deal with. Just pew, 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 Eldritch blast them away. So if you guys do want to plan, this is what you're looking at. And somewhere in there are two of these large creatures. But this is a huge vaulted cavern, so they could be and tendrils and vines sort of.
Now that we got some mercenaries, I reckon we can do it. If we have the mercenaries
Charge
form
in.
up a group, fight defensively, draw their attacks.
You guys can keep
The
talking.
rest of us range, damage, and Toll of the Dead. We push through.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we want
Otherwise, the mercenaries fall and we rout.
Do we want to try to sneak at all?
I don't see why not. Like, we can just get past with no attention.
So if we move defensively,
I have a feeling we shouldn't be relying on the mercenaries here, because I have a sense that when we show them the demon spawn pit, they may all flee.
we could show them the treasure chest before we go down.
Or rather, we could give them a down payment from the treasure chest, and
Then they
say
have no reason to stay.
if we say there are going to be more, I say down payment from. Because if we just show them the treasure chest, they may just steal it.
It is what I
Either
do.
way.
Alright, well why don't we, I think if we move defensively.
How likely is it
that'll-
that we can take these things out if they do spot us?
Mm.
We're all well rested.
Look how big they are.
Like,
There's
worst
6 of us.
case scenario, we can take them out, then go back and sleep again.
It's more the fact that this may not be the, like, I'm guessing there's more than the bugs down there.
Yeah, also, yeah. But her idea is not too bad, if worse comes to worse. But then if we have to make a hastily retreat, and they're still there, and they're, like, in their way after we've been, you know, attacked by whatever else hellish creatures down there, maybe it'd be a good idea to take care of them, so they're not something we have to run back into if we're not in a
I
good
like
state.
the
Fair
idea
point.
of fighting with the mercenaries.
Okay. So we're just gonna go fight them.
It gives them a chance to
Prove themselves.
work off their debts.
And we'll see how cowardly they are. And then we'll know if they're worth taking deeper into the hole. Pit of despair.
Great.
Alright. Let's do it.
So you guys then make your way down into the hellhole. You go through the old process of just pew 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 pew, shooting all the lemures off the wall, and then you enter the long, long corridor. As you start winding down the long stone corridor, and you start to hear the consistent monotone drone that gets louder and louder as you get towards the end. And you see this opening up into the chamber here. You can act out of initiative order until somebody trips initiative.
Can we see them or can we only hear them?
At the moment, you can only hear them. Spear, you can make a perception roll, and Nariko as well.
No. Do we? Oh no, pretty rested. Oh, 18. Plus,
Yep, I'm not paying attention.
Cool, 18. Yeah, you can see them. They are, in fact, where they are. But high. So a full 40 feet up.
so not in range.
Crossbows out.
Here.
Is there much cover? Can we try and use these columns and stuff?
Everything you see is covered.
Didn't you have
And there's also
illusion
vines and stuff
ability to
down.
make
Vines and stuff are hanging
Greater
down. Yeah.
illusion.
So they're kind of amongst the vines.
They are up amongst the
So they're
vines.
quite covered as well.
Reasonably. They are quite big, however.
Still
Yeah,
image
and their
or
wings
sound.
Yeah, while they're in the air, you can still see them. If they're within your ballistics range, you can hit them. as long as you're within range.
Okay. Well, can I kind of?
Well,
I mean, I'm not that stealthy, but can I kind of creep towards the
the-
cover?
Over here?
Edge
Yep.
in?
chances that
Cool. Yeah, make a stealth roll.
A stealth roll. Yes,
Don't
this will go
fuck
well.
up. Don't you have plate armor?
Huh.
Oh my god, why?
Well, what else am I meant to do?
You have to guide
stand
us.
at the
Roll-
door.
roll
Hold on, I touch
You
you.
roll
I
stealth at
touch you on the back.
disadvantage.
Do your thing.
I guide you. Add a
Guidance.
d4.
Is it D4 or D6?
D4.
The guidance is don't move at all.
Be quiet.
What's this one? Oh, 16.
Nice.
Thanks for
That's
that
with-
D4.
That's with disadvantage, yeah?
Yeah, I rolled the
Okay.
19 the first time.
Cool. All right. Well, your friend, like, basically plays your shadow as you sneak across, and you end up here, and you are completely hidden from these guys at the moment. Okay, so everyone takes a step up as that happens. These guys are still, they're basically just doing, they're in a holding pattern in their location. They're stopped. You see them, like, sticking their proboscises into some, like, large man-eating flower type things that are attached to the side of some of these vines. So next would be Nariko.
I will attempt to do the same. I'm not even need
And
disadvantage.
Bernard, did you want to jump ahead or do something?
You gotta give her guidance as well.
Yeah, guidance.
It's a cantrip, right?
Yeah. Guidance
You're just
everywhere.
like standing at the front, like
Ooh.
bloody
Oh,
nice.
nice.
19. Go past.
Yeah,
Ooh,
what's your
19.
stealth modifier too?
I'm going to say you have pushed up to the front to do that.
+2.
So
That's fine.
21.
I'll stand at like the corridor,
21?
like high-fiving.
So it's getting pretty dense behind this cover. You probably can't fit more than
Can I move
another.
past? Can I just move past her then?
You'd
the
have to
next
dash, which
thing?
is less stealthy.
That's right.
Can we
Well,
just-
do we
Does
want to
anyone
wait?
make me confident enough that I could maybe dash it?
You can be as confident as you like.
Can the four of us fit behind her, or do we need to move?
That's what I was
No,
thinking.
the four of you can fit behind there. You like crouch down, like
But, like,
the
the next
miniatures aren't
people are
accurately
coming,
The next
representing them.
people won't be able to.
No.
I'll just dash. Look, I'll just dash because if
wanna
more
dash
people
right
are
now?
coming.
Oh, why don't you just
You
wait
wait,
30
let
seconds?
somebody
Okay,
else
I'll wait.
dash.
I'll wait for a second.
Can we,
If you
'cause
want to
we can
dash,
move
I'm going
at
to
the
make you make another roll and choose the lowest of those two.
So it essentially becomes disadvantage.
Yes.
I'll wait.
Okay.
I rolled my 18 for
But
this
we
game,
can just
so...
like wait a minute, right?
Yeah, you can just wait a minute.
And then, do you want to try to?
So everyone's holding their action and we're moving again. Is that what we're trying to do?
We're not in initiative order at the moment. You guys go in whatever order you want. You've not triggered.
Oh, right.
Combat has not been triggered. Nobody's failed a stealth
So-
roll yet.
Can you continue to guide me? Not really. 'cause
No,
you
I
don't
have to
touch.
touch you. That's why I'm high-fiving everyone as we go out.
High five. I mean, high
So
five.
somebody's guidance has it. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. So I think this is probably the point where I'm going to trip the alarm since I have a disadvantage.
Well, why don't you wait
I'll
there
wait here,
and
you
send
move. Yeah,
Nariko
you go.
over, and then send the next
Remember,
one
all
across.
of your mercenaries, they've all got light crossbows as well as regular, like, as well as axes and shields.
My mercenary takes a line on their crossbow, holding an action to shoot a bug if it descends to attack anyone behind that block.
Okay, so it moves up to here.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, she moves up to there.
Taking cover more or less around that pillar.
Everybody else can prepare action before
And I'm
I
gonna
roll.
prepare my. I'm also preparing my
Yeah.
javelin where I am.
Yep.
And I'll have my my mercenary also prepare the crossbow.
Yep.
And we're gonna try and cover Nariko in case
She fails
her stealth.
Can we
Alright.
just say
So
that
she's
everyone
bravely
is...
going
I'm going to
ahead.
say that Nariko and you swap places so that
Yeah.
Nariko can get more distance on
So
that
then I'll
run.
have my mercenary.
And
like,
then,
like
so
shoot.
what I've currently got is, do you want to just put the mercenaries up the front here with their bows, or
Yep.
does anyone want to be in that front line as well?
I will be in the front line because I have spells.
I'll stand behind. I can still see from
You can stand
behind
behind, you
them.
can still see from behind, yeah, you still get a line, and then there's one mercenary at the back, and then Buddy and Bernard. Bernard, you can be right at the front if you want. 'Cause
I'll
you
be
can
peeking from
sneak
behind
between
kneecaps and boots and
Alright, cool.
petty skirts. Yeah.
Nariko, make your all-important stealth roll.
That's a 12, I think.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's a 12. Yeah.
A natural 1 on their perception.
Yes!
We live another 10
And
seconds!
everyone's holding their breath and then just
Alright,
just adds to the buzz noise.
jumps across to the next point of cover.
And then I'm like,
Okay.
And then I gesture for the next group to come. I'm
Alright,
gonna
so I can
continue
have
to-
no more spoken words between you two and the rest of the group. So you guys can talk to each other, you're all together. Yeah.
There's,
You guys can only gesture.
Who's next?
Who's next? I've got to be last because I've got the guidance.
And the plate.
I don't have plate.
Okay, good.
this is good.
All right, so who's going? Who's giving? Who am
I'll
I
go.
giving a high five? All right.
Alright, well you are right up the front. You taking your friend with you?
Oh yeah.
Alright, cool. Make your stealth roll.
15, 16, 17.
Yep. Scarper. You and your mercenary friend. Everyone sort of jumps up.
Can I see Noriko? How many people can fit behind the next station?
You cannot see Noriko.
How many people can move behind the next station?
Well, if these guys are kind of all up in here, then you can probably fit 2 more there.
Okay.
That's for another person and their mercenary friend. These bugs move random directions. This one goes over here, and this one goes. It's like hovering kind of above here.
When I'm working slowly in the plane across the gap.
Oh, so we're trying to sneak right by these guys? She's not in play. She's in play.
I mean, weather.
Well, if we want to attack, we want to attack with a surprise round. Well, if we don't want to attack at all, we don't want to.
Who's next? Who's up? These guys, remember,
These bugs
fully up here.
Could fit through those doors, couldn't they? They're not like trapped.
These doors, yes. Those doors, no.
Right.
Or they'd have to land and crawl through those doors, folding up their wings. They could literally fly through these doors.
Well,
These
shall
are
we
like-
try to get as many people through those doors then as possible?
Yeah, can I stealth up to the first obstacle?
Of course.
Oh, hold on. Can I gesture though? Because you'll be fine. You're small. You could fit behind there, right?
You can talk to Bernard. He's
Yeah,
right
I
next to you.
can, and then I was gonna, I can just. hide
I'm
under
just saying,
people.
do we
I can
need to
share spaces.
gesture 2 people to move to make space for you and your
Not for
buddy?
me, because I have a halfling ability
Oh.
where I can share you and so on.
Awesome.
Don't
Fight
you
for
have a
your
mercenary?
buddy. Your mercenary buddy.
Do you want to take your mystery?
You can give your mercenary to somebody else if you want.
What do you mean? Well, why do I have to stay with them?
No.
You don't have to.
You don't have to. You can give them to somebody else to be the custodian of them.
Custodian.
Okay. So controlling the mercenary involves standing next to them. Is that
No. Yes, generally, because you're just barking orders. You're telling them what to do.
Oh.
But he's telepathic.
He's not telepathic. He has a message cannon. Right?
No, he's
Oh,
not.
actually telepathic.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, true. So you don't have to be.
As long as he's got line of sight.
Yeah.
He's yours to command.
And 30 feet I believe as well, which is half the room.
So you want to stealth ahead?
I want to wait for my. I'll keep me and my mercenary together. I'll wait for somebody to clear some space.
All right, cool. So who's doing what?
I'll keep moving.
All right, cool. So make another stealth roll. You're going to move to the next obstacle.
That's natural 19, so that'll be like 21.
No worries. You guys get over here.
And then I just gonna keep moving.
You're going to do a dash action. You're
No,
rolling a did. Okay, so everyone waits.
Pause and then go again.
Yeah.
No use faffing around. That's a 15.
All right. They might see you. Not quite. All right, so you duck through.
And I'll bring Buddy with me, obviously.
Buddy disappears from over here, and then poof, reappears over there.
I'm making a dash now.
And you're just waiting with everyone else,
Yeah,
and
no,
now
I'm making
you've
a
got ambush location. You're just like hiding in this edge of the corridor. I'm assuming. All right, so you make. Are you going to make a dash action?
No, I'm going to skulk.
Okay, so normal movement. Make your stealth roll.
Nat 24. So.
Yeah.
He's just invisible.
Yeah. They don't
It's
even
almost
know
like
you're
he's
there.
a ghost.
You and your
by himself.
mercenary just like duck across. All right, who's next? Are we going to make another action to the next cover, or?
No reason, just move all the way through.
Let's keep going.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Second roll.
No D4 for
Nine,
second.
oh no, 19.
Yep, no worries. You get to here.
And last roll.
You gonna go through the gates or wait for somebody
Bring it
else to
home.
move up?
Bring it home.
Bring it home.
Yep, you're little and squishy.
Ooh.
All right. You get to about here,
What did you roll?
3 on the dice, which is a 5.
and
They could miss. They could
suddenly
not see you.
your foot just slips on a rock and sinks knee deep into this fungal, mossy floor with these ancient stones. You realize they're all old dwarven structures, and the whole ground must be broken rubble, some of them probably going down quite deep. As this floor gives way, you go knee deep and you feel it shaking a little bit, and there must be some kind of empty cavity beneath you as all the mold falls in. And you start, "Whoa!" And you sort of cry out a little bit, and your mercenary like reaches down, "Whoa!" and grabs your hand. You're like, "Oh, thank goodness!" And then you look up as you hear this, and this sound starts descending towards you. This little starts going higher and higher and higher and higher until it becomes deafening, bursting in your eardrums. All right. So, at this point, everyone within 30 feet of this creature, which is 10, 20, 30, which is not your mercenary Nariko, but Nariko, your mercenary, Bernard, Augustus's mercenary, all
Randy.
need to make Constitution saving throws. It's only DC 12.
That was not good.
Yep. It's I'm right. No.
Ooh, not 20.
I'll figure out which one.
We're
High
rolling for our
is the
mercenaries
mercenary
as well, right?
saves.
Yep.
The mercenary saves, I do not.
I saved the mercenaries.
Okay.
No, my
Your
mercenary's
mercenary's
out
out
of range.
Yep. So your mercenary, blood starts coming out of its ears, like falls to the ground unconscious. You,
Oh, that's not good.
the sound, it's like just deafening, and your brain short circuits. You fall blacking out,
Like actual unconsciousness?
unconscious. Not you. Don't lose any hit points.
Okay.
You just are unconscious.
Do you have to make death saving?
No.
Okay.
You lose no hit points.
Cool.
It's not.
Just
It's just
snap him out of
I
it.
got you.
fall to the ground. And Nariko,
Not 20.
you're fine.
You
And
just start laughing at it.
if you cast this roll, you won't be able to be affected by it again for 24 hours. It's a single one-off effect. Swings down, and now we all roll initiative.
What about my held action?
They're going last unless somebody rolls a 1.
I take it. What about the people
Oh
who
yes,
passed
held
out?
action, sorry. So in the last round, correct. Anyone with a held action
Who
can take
didn't
a shot
fall
at this
over?
one.
Or
This one's still up.
does it get to happen before we fall over?
Yes,
Okay,
because
fair.
they come to within range before they come to within 30 feet.
So I'm gonna throw my javelin at my guy's gonna take a shot at it.
Awesome.
I miss with my javelin, and he misses as well.
He gets 2 shots.
He hits on his second, 19. So I assume.
Awesome. Yep, that definitely hits. Roll
What was
damage.
it? So roll damage is D8.
Let's do.
And that's a 4.
Cool. So it's just lost somewhere in the squishy exoskeletal form. Cool, so that's you.
I don't think I have any elections.
Did your mercenary have a held action?
Oh, I don't think so.
Yeah, I believe you were saying all of your mercenaries were holding
Oh,
to
okay.
shoot.
Then yeah,
I-
he just
Sorry.
shoots a crossbow.
So they all fire their 2 shots.
1 hits, I would say. 19.
Yep, that hits.
Plus 2. 7.
7.
Cool. Next, anyone else?
Yeah, I held my action.
Yep. There's another mercenary over here. It's yours. They
Yeah.
fire their
Can
2
we?
shots.
Do we have
Understand.
line of sight on that guy?
They're at
It's not-
disadvantage
it's
because
not-
they have
So
a half
disadvantage.
range.
Except is 60 feet. That guy at 60 feet.
Yes.
Okay, then I guess we'll go disadvantage for the. That is 16 on disadvantage
That
for
hits.
the crossbow.
Wow.
Did you say they get 2 attacks each?
That's correct.
Nope, that misses. And then me, they have to make a wisdom save.
So it's D8 plus 2 damage. It passes the wisdom save.
Okay, great. Then nothing happens.
Roll your D8 plus 2.
Oh, D8 plus 2. Sorry. Yeah. 4.
Cool. Awesome.
Okay.
All right, great.
My guys?
Yep.
It's natural 20.
Guys, when we're rolling for all the mercenaries, just go through and roll them all at once, and you don't have to worry about waiting for your turn. It's just
So natural 20.
yep, so double damage.
Which is the D8, sorry.
Yeah, D8 plus 2.
Are these guys at disadvantage
So
for the
that's
range?
12 for the first one.
If they're no, well,
Mine
hold on.
would
Where
be.
is your one? Not if you're shooting at this one.
Specifically, they were holding their action to attack one that came down. So I'm gonna say
Yeah,
it's
so you are at disadvantage at that range.
Does a 13 hit?
No.
Okay, both miss.
Cool.
So 12 for one. 4 for another. And then 7 necrotic damage. And it can't heal.
And they were all on this one.
Mhm.
August.
I
Gus.
passed out.
Huh? Oh yeah, you're unconscious. So you fall down.
My mercenary tries to slap me awake. Get up, man.
Our mercenaries just going on our turns.
Yeah.
Okay. Slaps you around. It doesn't seem to be doing anything at this point. He's wake up, damn it! So this turn he's like, make an intelligence roll for him.
Not very smart.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So spear.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna throw another. I can't get. Can I get within melee range of the one
of
that's
this
defended?
one?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can get just to within 5 feet, and your mercenary wants to come up too.
Yep, sure. And we're gonna. I'm going to.
All right. So as you run over, you guys both make Constitution saving throws. DC 12.
Right. I survive that. He does not.
So he starts running, takes 3 steps, and just falls down onto the ground. A puff of moss from the green floor just clouds around him.
No time to worry.
So like, look behind you, shit. But you reach combat.
Yep, okay, I draw my longsword and I take a slash at it.
Yep.
Which I hit 19.
Yeah, that hits.
Yep. And I'm gonna expend the spell slot to do smite.
Awesome. So,
Which I can't remember what it does. It's 2d8s radiant damage, so a regular 5, 10, 17 plus 2 is 19, and is it undead or fiend?
it is a fiend.
Okay. Then, what did I have, 19? Yeah,
Oh, we had a long rest, Toby. I'm going to roll 2.
Another 6 is 25.
25.
Yeah, you were
paladin.
born to kill demons.
15 for
That's why I'm like, I
7,
just
8,
need to get in melee range with these fiends.
12, 13,
17.
14, 15, what'd you say again?
27.
Oh, the Morgan.
27. You rush across the floor and swing your sword. It starts to glow with radiant blue light. You swing it down through. One of its arms just gets cut clean from its body, and a spout of brown liquid just pours out the side. It recoils actively this way, away from you, provoking an attack of opportunity. You'd like to make a second attack roll.
No, I missed that one.
Okay. It sort of looks at you and you stare it down with death in your eyes. Yeah, it's definitely unhappy, but yeah, it's pissing blood out of its stump at this point. We are on who is 3. Sorry, can you move? Ah, yes.
So if I ducked behind the first bit of cover there,
You're back here,
yes.
so you want to run your 30 feet.
I'm asking if I did, how close would I be to each of them?
If you duck to here, as far as you can get, you would be 40. Well, this guy's still up here because he hasn't acted. So you'd be 80 feet away from this one, and 40 feet away from the other one.
Okay, I'm just going to... I'll get to there, and I would like to... Let's see how dumb these things are. I'd like to create a lifelike doll, minor illusion, underneath the one that's in the corner and off to the side.
Okay, so a lifelike doll of...
Generic mercenary, one of the ones we left upstairs.
Alright, it's gonna be Dretch, so I remember who it is. Over here?
Under the one in the corner.
This
Trying
guy.
to get it to descend.
Trying to get it to descend
Okay.
on not us.
Let's see how stupid this thing actually is.
Does need to spend its turn trying to tell the difference.
Yeah, I get it. Okay, cool. And then we've got...
My mercenary
Bernard.
also.
Oh, mercenary,
can, take 2 shots at the near one
Where it is.
for 2 misses.
Awesome. Alright, cool. And are you done?
Yes.
Cool. And does your mercenary move
My
in as
mercenary
well?
will move to me to the level with me.
Yeah, they will make it to the cover. Bernard.
I don't want to try and push too many actions into one round, but I'm currently sort of scrambled down a hole.
No, you got helped out by the mercenary who's now fallen unconscious.
Okay. I would like to... is it an action to try and drag that mercenary through the door? As part of movement.
You do need to make a strength test to drag that creature through.
But it would otherwise be part of movement?
If part of movement, yeah, and it'd be half movement.
Okay, so I could start to do that after having cast Toll of the Dead at the beast above me.
Okay. Yes, so you drag them to about there, and they make a wisdom. They fail, so you're doing damage to them.
The damage in this case is 3 points of damage.
Yep.
And then I will spend the rest of my action, turn, movement, trying to drag as much of the distance to the hole as possible.
Yep, I've already marked that up. Okay.
Thank you.
Nariko.
Well,
You're over here at the moment.
I will get my bow and arrow out and try to shoot it. Actually, I'll cast a curse on it first.
Okay.
Curse the scene, and then I'll try to hit the scene. And 19?
That hits.
7 damage for that, and it's a magical weapon, so if that makes a difference.
No, it's fine.
And my dude definitely misses. Both attacks.
Both attacks?
Both, with the crossbow.
Yep.
Oh, actually, it takes another d6 of damage, I believe, because I cursed it.
And you or your mercenary are going to move?
Yeah, we'll stay there.
Okay.
Seems like a good...
You are in cover if it tries to shoot you or something?
No, it just gets an extra 2 damage, that's all.
Okay, cool. Extra damage is good damage. Saya, again,
Yeah.
at the back of the round.
So...
You're all the way over here at the moment.
Yeah, Saya's going to spend her movement with her mercenary to run kind of to that next checkpoint.
Okay, you get to here.
Boom, boom, boom. How far is that guy's 80 feet? That guy's 40 feet?
Yes.
Yeah. Alright, so crossbolt is gonna go... crossbolt is going to go for that one for a 16.
Yep.
That's, sorry, 16 to hit.
Yep.
So that would be 10 damage. And then I'm gonna cast Toll of the Dead. So they need to make a...
Don't forget you might can shoot twice.
Yeah, but they sucked.
Yeah, they hit once.
Toll the Dead fails.
Okay. And that's
but
my
the
turn.
bolt flies into it. It's like, and it's like sticks up in under its chin. It starts on a bit of the brown liquid starts spouting out from its neck, and it starts descending.
Awesome.
And as it does so, it comes down to here and is going for an attack on this guy. Dredge, so it flies through. Tries to make a second intelligence roll. It still fails, so it's still trying to kill. Can't understand why Dretch just won't die. The beautiful lifelike wax figure. Yeah. However,
make a con save?
yeah, Lynn and Saya and Lynn, your mercenary, are all within range to need to make a con save.
We both fail.
Again, it feels like your brain is going to explode, and then your eyes roll into blackness.
Yeah, I fail too.
Thump.
Okay, everyone's
See it?
just falling down.
This one turns around,
That's
looks at
terrible.
turns around,
It's only all I
looks
know.
at Spear, and then flies at you. Makes a single attack. I am assuming your armor class is higher than 8. Alright, cool. Swings by its proboscis, just swishing through the air. Just sort of comes around, trying to attack you. That is all.
I have a question. If a spell is not sustained and has a duration, does it last if you're unconscious?
Yes.
Dretch is still there.
Dretch is still there.
Does this... Hold on. Does this count as being put to sleep?
Put to sleep? No, it's specifically unconscious.
Okay, that's fine.
You don't get your spell slots back.
No.
It's a short rest.
I'm an elf, so I can't be magically
Yeah.
put to sleep.
Not magic.
No.
No, it's
Concussive
a
damage.
auditory.
It's just like
It's science! Demon science! Top of the round. Gus, you're unconscious. But your mercenary can make another intelligence roll.
Go on, you can do it.
Randy Boy rolls a 15.
Just, come on, damn it! Wake up, oh god! And starts slamming your head into the ground. You take D4 points of damage.
Oh no.
3.
But you come to consciousness.
Your head's for reasons.
You don't get attacked this round, unfortunately.
Just imagining Buddy hitting the other guy on the head. Like,
Yeah, it's like, he starts shooting at Buddy's like,
Spear.
oh, oh yeah, he's too busy whacking me.
I'll take another swipe at this one.
Alright, so you swing around.
So who else is asleep?
Everyone lying down. Which is Lynn, Saya, Lynn's mercenary friend.
My mercenary friend.
Yeah, Spear's mercenary friend.
How far away from me are they?
Bernard's mercenary friend. Who?
Those.
So we've
Three
got a
on that
mercenary
side.
down, mercenary down, mercenary down, Lynn down, Saya down.
Okay, so.
And Bernard
Good to
is
know.
just screaming into consciousness.
Don't leave him with the mushrooms!
Okay,
Just kill
I'm
him.
gonna take another swipe at this one.
Cool.
And I absolutely miss.
Okay.
Could you kindly fill it with murder instead?
If only.
Alright, Lynn.
I'm asleep.
So is your mercenary.
Can I actually take a movement towards one of the unconscious figures?
Yeah, you can swing around to this unconscious figure and it will not prompt an attack of opportunity. Cool. Bernard. You are not asleep and
Another Toll of the Dead on that beast before me as I drag my sleeping.
Roll damage.
As I drag my 10 points.
Nice.
Drag my sleeping mercenary companion backwards through the door.
10, you say?
10 hit points of necrotic.
Cool. It is looking very unhealthy, but is still buzzing around. You drag the person out through the door. And we are up to Nariko.
Okay, so how can I get around the rock and kind of be 10 feet away from most of the unconscious people?
Yeah, you jump over to here.
Yeah.
You're gonna hurt all of us, aren't you?
Possibly, maybe.
10 feet.
Seems necessary!
If you move over to there, you will be 10 feet away from two mercenaries and Lynn, but not Saya.
Well,
Keep them.
can I move closer to like just to get Sari then? I'm not. If she's already next to this one.
So if you do a full 30 feet, yeah, you'll
That
get
should
over
be
there.
enough?
That's enough.
Alright, guys, I'm gonna apologize in advance here.
Angriest alarm clock ever.
Yeah, okay. I'll assume that you pass an intelligence test to see what happened to Gus.
There was banging like this, right?
Yeah, blood pouring out the back of his head. His floppy hat fell off. It was pretty bad.
Right, okay, well, yeah, it's gonna be a pretty cranky alarm clock. So I'm gonna cast do my radiant consumption-y thing.
Oh, your inherent ability.
My inherent ability. as
You're
a
gonna
crazy
try it on
raging-
for the first time since you almost killed yourself doing it.
Yeah, good times.
Spear, you get the.
But now I'm also a bright light, so it's good. It's good.
Spear, you get a sense of dread as you remember the first time you felt this feeling, and you instinctively know that Nariko is going to start doing damage to herself and everyone around her.
It's very distracting.
It is very distracting. I cast 10 feet of bright light and a further 20 feet of dim light. So I'm
Okay,
just like,
and how much damage does it do to all the people around you?
not much. It's only 2.
Alright,
2
so
radiant damage.
Saya,
To me and everybody
Lynn,
around me.
so Lynn, that's you and your mercenary, both take the damage.
Are we still prone?
You are prone, yes, but you will be able to act instead.
But you're awake!
I
See,
appreciate
I'm so nice.
So everyone takes that damage, and that's done, and you take a certain amount of damage as well, I remember. You take damage
Yeah,
from
I
that
do,
too?
I take damage.
And my mercenary takes damage as well.
Everyone takes 2 points of damage. And you done? Yeah, that's your move.
Snooze.
Well, when I hit something, I can do more damage as well. And obviously, I'm a very bright light, possibly a good target. And I guess the area's a little bit more lit up.
Was
than it
that radiant
before.
damage? Was that radiant
That
damage?
was radiant damage.
Was that an action?
That was an action to get
Okay,
it going.
awesome.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're done. And Saya,
Yeah, so can I take my action?
you can, but you're prone.
My mercenary, first of all, fires a bolt at the
Oh, yeah,
one
they are
that's
knocked
looking
down.
pretty damaged. Natural 20,
Phew.
and then nothing. So DA. That would be...
Double your dice. Double the number of dice.
Yeah, so yes.
It's your choice. You can double the dice or double the roll.
Yeah, no, I
Decide
just
before
doubled
you
the
roll.
dice, so that's 6
You
damage.
can choose.
I
You just
believe
have to
we're
choose
going
before
for
you
double
roll.
dice. Well, that was the agreement to begin with. Everyone's just double dicing.
So 6 damage, and then I'm going to spend half my movement getting up, the other half of my movement moving as far as possible towards the doors. Yep.
About there.
My mercenary will move with me.
Oh, sorry, not quite.
Yeah.
So you're doing. Yeah. You just keep space, and
And
you can
I'll
shoot.
cast Toll of the Dead at the one that's looking pretty bloody.
Okay, they fail, so do damage.
Awesome. That's sorry.
4.
4.
4 necrotic.
4 necrotic.
Alright, it starts reeling up. It's really just cracks start appearing in its chitinous armor, and oozing liquid starts coming. It's just really having a hard time staying in the air, but this thing is made of tougher stuff, and it is still going. And at that point, it sort of looks around, and it just swings back around, and then goes to shove its proboscis into Spear. But Spear is just too good. Sort of glancing aside, showing concern for her friend. She has no time for this proboscis. Whacking it aside with her sword. And you have a chance to shout something out.
Oh no. I'm
Okay. You just look behind you to see what's happening over here, and you see
Just
Nariko
Nariko.
starting to just blaze in radiant energy. Yeah, it does nothing. This one makes an intelligence roll to see if it can... Natural 20.
Oh.
If insects could feel anger, boy, do they feel anger right now. It buzz, and wonders why it does. And then, as a demon, it can instinctively tell, because it's natural 20, that you are responsible.
However, it was its action to tell.
In its turn? Okay.
Yes.
It still has its movement, and it does zoom over here. If any of these people not... Oh no, these guys have all made rolls, and that's fine. Then it will go up, across,
Oh wait, my mercenary hasn't.
and land right here.
I think my mercenary now does have to make that.
And my
saving
mercenary
throw,
fails.
'cause it didn't make it before. It probably also fails, yeah.
Do these things have reach?
No.
My little dude needs to be fully over. He failed.
Alright, cool. But a nasty, almost iridescent green liquid drips from their proboscis. As you're now seeing them up close, their black, glistening eyes. Cool. Well, they don't get an attack action. Good for you. Top of the round. Gus.
Go on, Gus.
Stand back up.
Wink.
Yes, that's some fun. Again, I just like thrust my hand out and the skin peels up and bones shoot forward. For 18.
That's a hit.
It's a hit. And it will take a glorious 3 necrotic damage.
And which one are you targeting?
The very sore one.
Again, pieces of chitinous plate stop falling off.
The hand like latches on as well.
Wings, yeah, it's like just sitting on the top of its wing, which starts corroding and falling to pieces.
And the mercenary goes through a couple of shots. That'll miss. That'll hit. 2,
How much damage did the hand do? None?
3. And then it's taking another 9 from the crossbow bolt.
Okay.
That's why we hired them.
That's why you hire them. Like hired hands. They do a lot of good work. Okay, cool. Spear. You're now currently surrounded. There's one either side of you. The one directly in front of you is like the necrotic damage, and the bolt just lanches in between its neck and its plate and its shoulder, and it's just really struggling. It like hits the ground, and now it's just crawling on the ground. Seems like it's lacking the strength to fly.
Okay. And the other one's fine.
It's definitely in a better place than this one.
Okay, I might try and finish off the one. Although that one's is that one menacing Nariko?
It's menacing everybody.
Okay.
Look, it's within 5 feet of Sarya and these two downed
Okay,
mercenaries.
I'm gonna go for that one then. See if I can't draw its fire.
Alright, cool. Yeah, fair enough.
So I'm gonna take a slash at it. And what is this then? So 20.
Hits.
And I'm going to use a spell slot again.
Okay, cool.
So where's my dice? Give me some d8s. A bunch of d8s.
Yep.
A bunch more here. I need d8.
How many?
8, 9, 13, plus 6, 19, plus 2, 21. Nice! Let's do this.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's it is swing back. This time the blade just goes through 2 of its legs, which just drop clean off onto the ground. It sort of veers this way a little bit and turns to face you as spray of brown liquid just covers the floor. Lynn.
So how many people are currently within, like, right, first question, can you do an attack of opportunity with a ranged weapon?
No.
Okay. What sort of action is it to swap weapons?
I will let you do it for a interaction or a bonus action.
Sweet. How many people are in range, up near that one that's close to me?
Within 5 feet.
Mm-hmm.
There are 4.
How many people of those people are conscious?
2 of those people are unconscious.
I would like to move myself, my mercenary and myself are going to move up to that one. My mercenary is going to try to whack it with his axe.
Yep.
Bonus action change. For 2 crit fails.
He stumbles and falls over. Everyone thinks, oh my god, he can be affected a second time. But then he pulls his hand up from the mossy, sodden floor. It's like, oh shit.
I don't suppose he can get up from that.
Yeah, he's like, scraped my knee. Fuck. He says he pulls himself up.
I would also like to move up nice and close.
Yep.
And I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers on it, hopefully getting it to move away, attack.
And does it get a save or?
Yes, it does.
Wisdom?
Yes.
It fails. So what does it do?
It takes 3d6 damage and it moves away, triggering an attack of opportunity from everyone within 5 feet of it.
Well, roll your damage. It sort of moves away here.
It moves as far as its movement will allow.
Boom. So it just flies a full 60 feet up in the air.
It's going to take...
And that is Saya, yourself, your mercenary, and Spear all get to make attacks of opportunity.
I got a crit.
11
Sweet.
on its psychic damage just from the spell itself.
And I did another 10 damage, because it was double.
And then? Did anyone else hit?
Yeah, I hit. I think it's a D8.
Does a 13 hit? No, 13 does not hit.
No.
Yeah, both of us miss.
It's alright, we're just waiting for the last person here.
You can, FYI, when you hit a crit,
that
can
is...
I only have 1 spell slot left.
yes, but when you smite,
plus
those
my...
dice are also
That'd be plus
double.
3. So that'd be another 11.
Alright, so as it goes to fly up into the air and escape from you all just swing your weapons down and a leg comes off, a wing comes off, a head comes off. The thing swings wildly, its wings move, and then it smashes. Okay, which direction is it going to smash into the ground? What? Everybody. So that's
nice dexterity.
that's Saya, Lynn's mercenary. The two unconscious mercenaries unfortunately automatically get hit.
Can I
So-
go to try and pull him?
Do we get dex saves?
No, this one's fine. It's just this one that gets hit.
Release the
So
wing up.
no, Saya, your mercenary takes 7 points of damage.
Automatically? I don't get to...
He's unconscious.
Oh, my guy. Yeah.
Dude, you get a save.
Yeah.
And if you fail to save, you take 7 points of damage as well.
What's the DC?
DC 12. Or
Okay.
DC 10, sorry. It's not that
And
hard.
dex save?
Dex save.
Both of us are fine.
You guys just scrabble over these rocks.
I'm fine.
And you just jump out this way. Unfortunately, you slam and then just looms over the top of Noriko. As you turn around, Noriko, this thing just collapses at your feet.
I feel like that's a good use of the health slot.
Awesome. Who the hell did that again? Thanks, Lynn. Bernard, what are you doing?
I will. Is it a standard action to slap my?
It's an attack action, because you have to do damage.
All right, I will just toller the dead the beast. It's more of a priority, and I think my chances of it.
You step back into the probably well to a line of sight. Fails.
Snap. 2 points of damage.
It's still on the ground. It sort of like staggers over a little bit close to these guys, like trying to worry about these people attacking it, seeing its fellow go down, and then looking over to you, and the psychic dang just reels inside of itself. So
I'll take some movement to slap my mercenary, knowing full well it won't wake them up.
Whatever. Noriko. This thing is
warming up his cheeks.
Is bleeding from at least 7 holes, brown
How
blood
far
coming
can
out
I
of it.
move this way?
This way?
No,
This way?
this way.
Yep.
But like, just on the other side of that rock, if I can.
You
Because
can
my mercenary's unconscious too.
yeah, no, your mercenary never went down.
No, he did.
He did when...
So when the other one came in feet of it, I rolled for him and he failed. So can I be in 10 feet of both of the two down mercenaries?
Yep.
And then can I try and shoot an arrow at the other guy?
Yep. So they inherently take damage, yes?
At the end of my turn.
Yeah, cool. So you run past, radiant damage coming out, and then you jump up on the rock, strike a heroic pose,
I sure did!
pull the arrow back, lights up with a radiant fire.
So it's 16?
The arrow launches out, goes straight into the bug's forehead, piercing its brain, and its head explodes, radiant energy trickling down back through its body, feeding in. Hunks of chitinous armor and blood gore spatter the entire area, covering these two mercenaries, Saya and Lynn, and Spear with goop. Not Saya, sorry, Lynn, Spear. Yeah, covered in bug goop.
Prestidigitation, please!
The most prominent use of prestidigitation. So, they may have only had one attack, guys, but at 4d6 plus 2 damage and 7d6 necrotic damage on top of that, we're all very happy to not have been hit that.
Very good thing they mostly targeted me.
So it dies, and I also get bonus 7 temporary hit points.
Yes, absolutely.
Snooze.
I turn off my killing everybody.
We leave combat for a moment as you all collect yourselves in this room.
Short rest.
You
He
look
just said he'd leave
down-
combat for a moment.
a moment. You look further down the corridor.
Do we have enough time to prestidigitation ourselves?
Yes. And you see
At least your eyeballs enough.
ahead of
Looks
you
like some kind of arena.
a long corridor.
Ooh.
A ritual
Ritual
circle
circle.
is emblazoned on the ground, flaming energy raising up from all the markings in the floor. A flat wall runs along this side and this side. The whole thing is 60 feet vaulted in the ceiling, lowering down to a 20-foot 4-foot door at this end. Cavities are either side of this mossy chamber, and the stone floor can be seen rising up out of the muck to this final stone chamber at the end. Again, it seems like more bastardized, repurposed dwarven engineering, now corrupted to insidious ends. This is what you see as you peer down and find yourselves here and here. In the distance, in the flames, you see 2 discernible figures. Prince of Wolves and Ivan, standing at the circle, chanting. It's a pretty nice shot. Your cloak. Where's Buddy? So you guys had already come through the corridor.
And Brandy Boy.
And Brandy Boy.
Bernard and Mark.
Bernard. That's your friend. We're all here.
I have to bet. I know he's only been with us for
And the rest of you start to fight. Now remember, you do have those healing potions. I'm not sure if you used any of them.
Yes.
But you should have them marked down, just for reference.
How many do we have, please?
Like
One
one.
each.
One each.
I still have lots of lay on hands people too. If anyone would like that, because it requires me to touch you.
I have about 3 points of almost lay on hand. It's pretty good.
Nice. Yeah, if anyone needs healing, I'm happy to heal them because I can't. Often I won't be in range of you in battle, whereas you can drink a healing pot.
Oh, I'll take 3.
3 points.
Mm.
Yep.
Okay, lay on hands. 3
I'll
points.
take 3 as well.
3 points. Go on.
I have 2. I'm missing 2.
Okay, 2 for you. So that's 6, 8 of my 15.
I got 10.
A single sheet of flame rises up.
Oh dear.
What's your actual hit point?
It stands there. Shapes can be seen beyond, as if it's some kind of shimmering portal. So, what would you like to do? It appears things aren't paying attention to you.
I mean, if someone doesn't step in the way, Gus is going to move up and hit things.
I feel the same way.
Because these people are connected to Strachan. And so they need to
Do
be
we want to
Strachan down.
eavesdrop on them a bit? Can you have Buddy
Like,
listen in on
Yeah.
whatever the hell they're talking about
Can
together?
anyone speak Infernal? Does anyone have comprehend languages?
I can speak
Does anyone
Infernal.
I have comprehend languages.
But you have to get close enough to
You
hear.
can cast comprehend languages.
It's a vaulted chamber.
Oh, no, I
Sounds
can't speak
echo.
Infernal.
On a successful perception test, even at this distance, you'll be able to hear what they're saying.
So those of us who have the ability to understand what they're saying should probably. So I think it's just you and only with comprehend languages, which requires a spell slot. I assume.
Yeah, it's first level spell. I will cast comprehend languages.
Alright. Give me a perception.
17.
Hail, Zugtamoy. Hail, the great bringer of decay. Hail to Zugtamoy. Thank you for granting me your powers. Thank you for granting me your blessings. I am doing your work on the mortal plane, as is my brother Strachan, as is our new sister, Erin, in the wilderness, far from here. We are succeeding greater than we thought we ever could. The experiments are going better. Your power is being infused more and more across the world.
Can I,
Soon, the next step of our plan will take place.
I cast a spell. I cast Crown of Madness.
Okay.
On that guy.
And what does he do?
Couldn't have waited just to talk about the next step of the plan? Of all the things I would have liked to have heard, the next thing they're doing would have been nice. I thought you were. Now I know why you were kicked.
It's a mad assignment and you have no idea. I cast
You see
Crown
him
of
casting a spell.
I cast Crown of Madness.
I turned to Brandy.
What do I roll or do you roll?
You're rolling a saving.
Well,
Wisdom saving.
A 2 isn't going to help him very much, is it? What happens?
Okay, so a twisted crown of jagged iron appears on his head. His eyes glow with madness. He's now under my control. He gets saving throws each round.
Okay. But
if there's a creature within 5 feet of him, then he will attack it.
And how does he attack it?
With whatever he's got.
Do you know what he has?
No, I'm just telling him to unload on it.
Alright, cool. Well, I'm going to roll randomly to see what he unloads with. Cool. So he turns around.
Brandy boy, this is why you kicked him, wasn't it? This is why you used to kick him.
You hear a yelp and see a hellhound dart out from behind this corner. As he swings a mace over and slaps at one. He swings with advantage because he's not expecting it. Hits, it's possible. And does. Is it 2 and does 8 points of damage to the hellhound.
And now it moves, and I'm going to move it towards the principals.
Cool. So it runs around. Like directly towards?
Straight through the flank.
Well, I'm not sure. I mean, he's charmed. I guess I'm controlling him. That's a bit of a reach, I think, for the second of the spell.
So you do something, you're not allowed to do anything that would put him in danger?
Doesn't say that. I just move him to...
Okay.
Target's charm must use its action before moving on each of its turns to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that you mentally choose on your subsequent, and then you move it basically to the next creature. And just keep doing that.
Every time another hellhound kind of wincing over here.
Every time I do that or use him, puppet him, he gets a wisdom saving him.
Okay, cool. Every time you puppet it, after or before?
After.
Okay, groovy. Cool. So are you moving him through the portal or just around the portal?
I'll move him through if I can, and yeah, I want to move him through.
Fine. Maybe that was his plan all along. He just wanted to go through the portal. We'll never know.
I thought it was Wall of Fame, but anyway.
No, I described it as a portal.
Okay.
Yeah. You see, like I said, you see shimmering flare shapes moving on the other side.
Oh.
I'm looking a lot harder at Brandy Boy. I'm starting to get it.
Gus, you are perpetually going first.
What's your initiative model?
A +3, but I've rolled 18 every single initiative round. I haven't moved. He's set now. He's very set in his ways. I take a sigh, a real meaty sigh, and look at the Witch Case.
You've got no reason to do that.
You cast it. You did the castings. Big magics.
Yeah.
And then this guy went...
You have to stop talking at this point unless you don't want to take an action, then you can keep talking.
I start trundling forward. I turn the spores spool out of him. The shillelagh comes on.
As you walk down the corridor, you start to see creature.
Oh well, I will turn to one of those creatures then, and beat it.
What kind of creature?
Exactly the same ones that you saw before. The weird, mossy, tuberous things. These ones seem a bit bigger and hardier than the ones that you had before.
Instead of moving straight ahead, then I'll just beeline towards it. Yep. So that'll be a DC 14 con save.
Makes it.
Alright, I'll attempt to thwack it. That's a...
You start to see movement from behind this one.
16?
16 hits, yes.
That is 6 damage plus 7 damage.
Cool. It starts to uproot itself from the mouldering slime around the edges of the room. Saya.
So I'm going to move as far as I can with my mercenary.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to turn to...
You can get within melee with these if you want to.
I don't want to.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to. My mercenary's going to go first. And that's a 19 and a 15. So it's like a 24 and a 15 to hit. So he's going to hit 2 crossbolts into. So 10 damage on the. No, the one there. Yeah, 10 damage onto him. And another 7 damage onto that same one. If he's not down, I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolts. And that's 14 to hit.
Hits.
That is 46.
Can you guys tell me when you're dropping your big moves?
Yep. 8. I don't know.
I think Guiding Bolt's just a cantrip.
Level 1.
It's level 1. There you go.
Don't get 46 on the cantrip.
14 damage on that one. On that.
Energy just blasts into it. It slams against the wall.
I then summon
falls to pieces.
my spiritual weapon.
Where would you like to summon it?
Oh no, I can't summon it. Don't worry, I don't do that. I end my turn.
Awesome. And Spear.
I'm going to start trundling forward and move towards the closest thing to hit with my longsword.
Yep. So that guy just fell, so you can help August, and then this guy can't quite get to combat with people, but he can shoot.
Yeah, he can shoot.
2 spell slots.
Okay, so I'll slash with my sword, and I got a 18 to hit.
Yes, it hits.
And I'll have my guy hit with his longbow, which hits once and misses the next time. And I hit for 7. And my longbow guy hits for 4.
Yeah. But nothing.
4 points of damage against this guy.
Yep.
7
and 4.
And how much damage for you?
7 for me, 4 for him. For my.
It's just how long I can last.
Mercy.
Cool. Alright. Done. Yep, a bit of damage gets done. I don't like the hits, obviously, but you keep pushing on. And Noriko?
So what can I'll move up a bit, obviously.
So you move in, you can get up to 30 feet, brings you up to here.
With my little mercenary?
It's your little mercenary.
Yeah, boy. Oh, he doesn't have to be that close.
Just get hide behind this one. Just stay away from the radiant damage.
I'm not in.
You do radiant damage to everybody or people you choose?
No, everybody.
Only when she's on
But I'm not on fire anymore.
Oh, you turned it off?
Yeah. So I will try an Eldritch Blast. So I don't want to be close enough to, because it's a ranged thing.
Yep. You gonna go for this one or this one? This is the same one that Spear's mercenary
I'll go
shot.
for that one. So that's an unnatural 20.
Yep. And how much damage? 8 d8 plus 2.
Well, actually, it's a D8 plus 4.
Too charismatic.
8.
So agonizing.
8 force damage, I believe.
Cool. Yeah, bam, slams up into the wall. Ah, crawling out of the corner.
And then my mercenary will also attack, or try to attack it with the 2 crossbow attack things. Oh, look at that! I rolled the same number for all 3 of us. So that's a 18 for each hit for the
Great, roll damage.
crossbow bolts.
So 2d8 plus 4 total.
Oh wow. That's a 4 plus 4, so 8.
Quite painful. That's enough with everything else that's been laid into it. So he starts crawling out. Bits of it start crumbling to the ground as it staggers forwards. Next is Bernard. You are here with your mercenary.
They're not really clustered, so I can't really use too much area effect. I will just Toll of the Dead, the closest. I'm trying to peel this thing off like it's a band-aid from the edge. The closest enemy that has taken damage will receive a Toll of the Dead. It could be the one in front of Gus.
You have to get here to be able to see it, but yep.
Yes, I will move and do that. My mercenary will also take the shots on it.
Okay, it fails, so roll damage and roll your shots.
The 13, are they plus 4?
Yeah.
So 13 will hit from the crossbow.
No, 13 will hit, yeah.
And then damage is D8 plus 2, so that's 3 from that guy and 8 plus mine from my word of the dead. So total of 8 plus 3.
And it has one more shot.
It crumbles before
No, the
August.
first one is.
Before it crumbles to the ground to pieces before Gus's spear, as you arrows and toll the dead goes into it. All right, cool. And
My mercenary and I will move forward. The first two are dead, yes?
yeah, so you're gonna move up to here.
And is the third one on the far side, is that also
This is
dead?
quite injured.
My mercenary will
These
shoot
two
at
are-
that one first.
Yep.
Back to D12. Don't want to roll to hit with that.
No,
15.
that hits.
For 6 damage.
Yeah, that pushes it over the edge, and again, it sort of construct falls to pieces.
And second shot at the one on the other side.
Oh, sorry, that's a lie. That one was already dead. You were right. So I'll save that first one. How much was it?
6.
Yep, cool. And the rest?
Same hit again, 15.
Yep.
And 5 more damage.
Cool.
And I'm
Floods
just
into it.
and I'll just at one of the can I see the next two along or no?
Only bits of them. You could, but if you're targeting them, they're in heavy cover. So it'd be
But
plus
I can
5
see
to
them
their
for a
armor.
spell.
You can see them for a spell.
I'm just going to yell at them. Stop hiding, you slimy bastards!
Okay.
So that's a wisdom save.
Target number?
13.
They fell.
That's 4 psychic damage and disadvantage.
So both or one?
Just one.
Okay, cool. Cool. Awesome. Well, was that to this one or this one?
Let's make it the one that's close to me.
That's this one. Alright, cool. Well, this hellhound moves up to here. This hellhound moves up to here. And
We're gonna get 5 rest, aren't we?
yeah.
Really hurt last time.
Oh, this could be real painful.
What's the movement? Oh, 50. Yeah, they just both run up. Alright, cool. So, everybody except for Bernard and his mercenary friend. No. So, that is Nariko. Nariko's mercenary, Lynn's mercenary, and Spear's mercenary. And one other person's mercenary.
Brandy Boy hasn't moved. He's all the way at the back.
No, it's not Brandy Boy, and Spear's mercenary.
Yeah.
All need to make 2 dexterity saving throws.
Oh, wow. Was the one of us?
Oh, it's the first one for you.
That's all it's me.
2 for each person.
Each
I
person.
think my mercenary
Wait, for each
is dying.
person?
Each
Each
person.
person has to do 2 dex saving
Because there are
throws.
2 hellhounds breathing fire at us.
2 hellhounds breathing
Have
fire.
you rolled?
Oh, that's painful.
Ow.
There's portals here that people need to be careful about their rolls. You've got 2 coming. If you fail your first one, let me know. Because you do not want to fail both.
I think my mercenary
I
is dead,
passed
but
one.
I'm
My
fine.
I don't care about the
Mercenary.
mercenaries.
Probably not gonna go so well.
But
But I
I
haven't
didn't-
rolled my second roll.
I did find my mercenary did not do well at all.
I'm the green guy, so the second one. Alrighty.
That's you. Did you fail the first one?
No, the first one I got a 17 plus 2, so that's a 8.
Oh, you're rolling both together.
Well, the green one's me, and this one's my mercenary.
Okay.
That's alright.
Alright.
Mercenary failed both, and I passed both.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're
What was
gonna
the
we're gonna
DC?
go around. So we've got it is a DC 12.
Yeah. Mercenaries.
So we're gonna go around. First we have Spear's mercenary.
Dead. I mean, it failed both of its dex
It's
rolls.
40 points of damage.
Yeah.
Oh, it's dead. What was it? They didn't have any dex bonus, did they?
No. Yeah, they had +2.
Doesn't matter.
Oh no, they had +0. Sorry. So Spear Saria's mercenary.
Size mercenary?
Sorry?
Did you roll for your saving?
They're dead.
Lynn's mercenary?
Dead.
Spear's mercenary?
I already killed mine.
Mine's is dead too.
All of our
All
mercenaries died.
mercenaries go in flames.
No, mine still lives. My mercenary still lives.
As does Brandy Boy.
Well, you don't
Nariko.
want to be holding
Yeah,
a barrel
mine-
of brandy
mine's
when there's
Did
a
you
hellhound
succeed?
Oh,
breeding.
I succeeded both.
Okay, so
What?
you
It was
only
12,
take
yeah.
21 points of damage
I only take 21 points of damage.
instead of 42.
I'm still
Saya,
There goes those temporary hit points. I'm so close.
Sorry, I didn't hear my name called. I pass both.
you only take 21 points of damage.
It's a save and die situation for me.
And
Well.
Lynn.
I failed one, so I'm down.
Okay, so you take 30 points of damage.
I'm assuming I also take 21.
You don't get hit, you were out of the cone.
Oh, good.
It was just that solid block, and they're just like. "Rah, you-" so he doesn't. Now, he doesn't make a save on his turn, does he? Crown of Madness.
Huh?
Crown of Madness. Ivan doesn't make a save on his turn. It's your turn when you manipulate him. Yes.
Let me just confirm it's one or the other. I'll just check. It's also the target can make a wisdom saving throw at the end of each of its turns.
Okay.
So not when I.
It doesn't spell
So he's on the other side of the Hellgate, but is now aware of what he's doing. You hear screams coming from the other side. And he's gonna make a save as he stares into the face of the Demon Lord.
Don't you want to meet your god?
Yeah, he's the Crown of Madness effects have worn off, but the long-term madness effects continue to affect. Cut scene to the other side as he literally steps into the domain of a demon lord and sees their face and the rolling, shifting mass of postulant, nebulous, mossy, mold-ridden fungal flesh just drives his brain to a state of absolute insanity. He falls to the ground bleeding from all of his sensory organs. These guys run as far as they can up here. They basically just dash past the Hellhounds. This one dashes up and goes to attack you, Noriko, but at disadvantage. Because that's the one that you hit before. Taking the 15, does that hit you?
Well, it depends, actually. Well, I mean, if I was casting spells with my hand, I probably would have got my shield out. I would say. I wasn't using my bow and arrow.
Yeah, cool. Then it misses.
Then it misses.
Okay, cool. And then we go back to, and then the Prince of Wolves
Oh, come on.
stalks down the corridor. Gus.
Well, rough morning.
Yep.
I'm going to cast Healing Spirit.
Please make that manifest on me.
I'm not going to make it manifest. Can I move it?
Yes, you can. Bonus action to move it.
So I can move it up to 30 feet to a space I can see. I take it I don't have to move it in a straight line. Alright, I'm going to cast it on top of her.
And does it remain in play for a while?
It's
yeah.
one round.
Okay, I'm going to use this sheet.
So it's about to do a bit of a Trotsky. So it's going to
Do
start.
recall though that it's a bonus action to cast and a bonus action to move, so you can't cast it and move on the same turn.
All right, so I'm not going to cast it on top of you then.
Fair.
There's that sheep. Move it back a little bit. It's not going to be on top of her then. Every person who passes through that sheep will get 1d6 hit points back.
And how many feet does it move?
I can move it.
Okay. How
So
many feet?
Concentration up to 1 minute. That's fine.
Okay.
So
he conjured it. Where did you conjure it exactly?
Where did you conjure it?
Where did you
An
conjure?
you
empty
have 1 hit
space so
point?
that people can walk
Okay.
through.
If she's dead.
feet above
Gus.
Oh yeah, they cast on top of it.
Yeah, I'll cast
Where
onto
did
you.
you?
So yeah,
Where
it's a
did
little
you
bit
conjure it?
on top of her.
You did
Honestly,
conjure it
it's
on top.
better to do it somewhere else.
People can still move through your square. They can just walk over the top of you.
That is true.
Okay, so
Trample
you
me,
have a
guys.
protective sheep spirit standing next to you. And does it move from that point?
at this
It's a
stage.
bonus action, so I can move it next turn.
Okay.
So if I'm already in it, do I get the healing?
You get
Is
the
it a
healing.
bonus action to cast?
Yes.
It is.
Okay. So D6.
Do you want to roll your d6? And...
That's 2.
I'm awake!
Welcome back.
And you look up and you see 2 3-armed fungal creatures standing before you and 2 hellhounds, and beyond them the Prince of Wolves closing in.
It's actually it's a giant buddy.
Just a cheap dick.
I wish I'd known. I would have brought up my little fungus guy.
Yeah.
Next time.
His little buddy's like, he's like plops on top of you, and I walk up to one of the. I'm going to skirt the fungal guy to one of the wolves.
You will. Yes, you can do that. You'll be within 5 feet of both of them.
Yes, and I'm going to attempt to smack the wolf.
So.
To 17.
Yeah, you hit.
That's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage. And then it gets to make a Constitution saving throw of 14.
Saves.
Of course it does. So that is that. Oh, and then Brandy Boy is going to attempt a little crossbow action.
Yeah. Is he going to jump over to here?
Yeah. So he's going to like take half cover on that thing and lean out. It's a miss. It's a it's 15 on the wolf.
Yep. That hits just.
4 damage.
Cool. The one closest to you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. And that's you?
Mhm.
Alright, awesome. Saya.
I cast False Life on myself.
Okay.
So that will heal me for... Yes, okay, that heals me for 13, which I'm desperate for. And then I don't think I can do anything
You
else.
can walk through.
Oh, I'm gonna
Buddy.
walk... will that take me out of engagement?
Yeah, they'll get 2 attacks of opportunity on you.
On
Can
my
I
turn, I'm
walk?
going to be getting people out of here.
Can I go like
Was
kind
your
of like...
spell in action?
Yes, so I can't hit. Oh no, yes, it was. So, can I scooch around in the engagement zone for that green guy? Just between those 2 hellhounds?
You can... Oh yeah, you can get to here. Good for you. Just squeeze through like whoa, whoa, whoa. And that way you can. That will provoke 1 attack of opportunity from this guy.
Okay, did I walk through the sheep by any chance?
Yeah, you can. You can get to. Yeah, because it was right on top of her.
Okay, cool.
So yes.
So that was 1d6.
So it misses on a 4.
You're placing yourself rather centrally in a beautiful area of effect for the wizard to...
That's fine. I was more worried about the hellhounds' fireballs again. That was my immediate concern.
Okay. Cool.
Yep, end of turn. Oh, my thing's dead. End of turn. Yep.
Awesome. So 3. That's spear.
Why? Why in the middle of all the clumping of the creatures?
Oh, because you're about to do... Oh, just kill me.
I'll get you up next turn.
I wish if you
got a
hold,
healing
if you
kill
hold
me.
your action until after my turn, I can use my bardic inspiration to get her out of there.
Can I? I'm gonna start by casting Divine Favor on myself.
Sorry, I did not
Yep.
think that through.
I was planning on using my bardic inspiration.
And how close am I to everything?
You're right here. You're not engaged with anyone, and you're within.
Why?
You're not engaged with anyone, and you're within 33 feet of all the
His
enemies
face to go
except for the
last.
Prince of Wolves.
I'm within 30 feet of all the enemies.
Yep.
Okay.
So you could move to attack anyone you wanted to at this point.
Does anyone have a bless? A bless would be nice.
I'm out of spells.
I thought you saved 1 spell slot. Oh no,
I
you
just
cast.
used it. I can, however, do turn undead as an action. So
You can make an intelligence roll at this
We don't want
point.
them running away. Keep them there.
Do you have Identify Undead as an ability?
Well, I have Divine Sense.
Okay, which is a bonus action, or do you have to use an action, or is it inherent?
It's as an action. But sorry. Turn the Unholy can turn undead or fiends.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So I could try to use
That's
that
cool.
to save you.
Is that because of your flavour of Paladin?
That's because of my flavor of Paladin, yes.
Oh.
Maybe hold out that one round. We've got some nice clumping going on.
Sorry?
We've got
Can
the
you hold
clumping
action?
going on.
Yeah, I can hold the action.
You want to hold the action until what?
Yeah. I don't know. Until everything's grouped up enough. I'm probably grouped up enough now.
Oh no,
You have to be within
you
20
can be.
feet.
So if you cast it, they will scatter.
Mm.
And currently, they're in a beautiful damaging clumps. So people who can do AoE
5,
damage.
4,
I'm gonna just swing
2,
at the closest
1.
hellhound.
You run up, put yourself right here.
I'm gonna swing it. Whoops. No, I'm not. Oh, and I miss.
Cool. Phew. 4. It's Nariko.
Right. Well, I was going to do things, but now I'm not going to do things.
So, where am I even?
I hear
Right
you,
here.
sister. I was going to do things.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to do things.
There are still only 2 people in there, and I can get both of them out.
So I'm engaged with the
So what are you saying? As long as
Yep.
you don't put a third person
Oh, so
in.
you can hold action. Are you saying they can hold
Thing is
actions for
correct.
you to
Yeah.
get them out?
Mhm.
Okay.
Tactical play. Let's give it a go. I believe we can manage
I
this.
don't quite believe.
Okay, guys,
Um,
I need you at this point to be using. If you want to talk to each other, you have to use your interactions in your turn to talk to each other.
I will just take my crazy long sword thingy out and try to take it.
Go.
Does a 15 hit?
Yes.
Oh, good to hear.
That's not terrible.
It's pretty good.
10.
Points of damage.
Yep.
That's right.
And it's magical if that makes any difference.
Chop, chop. You cleft it right in twain. And it just crumbles into pieces before you. And would you like to do anything with your interaction? Would you like to say something?
Just don't get in with the whole group of people, guys, please.
And your
Please?
movement action?
I'm gonna just, So, there's no other bad guys immediately around me?
No, nothing within 5 feet.
But if you move through Buddy,
If you move through the
I will
the
do
sheep,
that. That is what I will do.
D6.
Yeah!
Do you want to come into engagement distance with one of these guys?
No, not yet. No, I'm good. I'm good. I'll stay by the sheep dude. Oh, wow. I'll take it.
was it a 1?
That's 2.
It's not too bad.
All right, and Bernard.
Twice.
Can you show me the map by rotating the table, Herbie? I can't really see the arrangement.
I could have asked him to do that. That would have been good.
So I'm there.
So cool.
I'm gonna spin it right around so I can keep my dice and point that end right to the camera.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to delay my action until after Lynn has taken this.
Okay, and delay it to do what you have to declare in this edition. What you do, what you're waiting for.
I'm not triggering, I can just drop down to the...
Not in
No, you have to. It's a delayed action. You have to actually
Okay.
say it.
You have to say what you're doing and when you're going to do it.
Alrighty then, I am going to cast Ice Blade at 2nd level on the Hellhound there at the back as soon as
This
who's
one?
standing in the middle there?
Spear.
Saria?
Saria.
Saria. As soon as Saria is not within 5 feet
Okay,
of that creature.
awesome. And Lynn.
Right, it's me.
And you're awake, you're just prone is all. And you have a sheep, a glowing spectral sheep standing above you.
Alright.
It's your
Oh,
old
can I
training.
take my mercenaries on my turn?
Yes.
On that turn?
Yep.
I'm going to shoot at the beast.
You don't have. Oh yeah, you do have a mercenary. You're one of the only people who has a
Yeah,
mercenary.
I still got my mercenary.
Which beast?
My mercenary's going to make it the Prince of Darkness.
Oh, Prince of Wolves.
That's a nice hit with a 19 and another nice hit with a 14 on the dice, so they're pretty good rolls.
Yeah, they both hit.
18, I see.
18 was a lot, so. It's a bit cocked.
It's not cocked, it's a 3. again. So that's a 5 and 8 for a total of 13.
Okay, so the arrow whistles through its semi-translucent body. Seems to be doing a small amount of damage, but not nearly as much as it could.
Mm-hmm.
6. Lynn.
Can I see the map? Who is currently within the ice sphere range of detonation?
Okay, so we have Spear taking front and center, completely surrounded. However, she is also flanked by Saya and Gus.
And where I am, I can move out without taking a disengage
That's
action?
correct.
Right, first I'm going to, as my action, I'm going to cast Bane at level 2 on Prince of Darkness, the Hellhounds, and one of the green dudes.
Prince of Darkness! Okay, cool, so we're gonna drop some little Bane dice on this to make my life easier. 1, 2, 3.
They do get a charisma save against this.
Okay, Prince of Darkness fails. Oh, wait a second. What's the target number?
13.
No, he passes. Hellhound 18, and the green guy 16. All right, they're all fine.
There's also there are 2 Hellhounds. I cast it at level 2, so I got 4.
Natural 1.
I got one of them. All right, I'm gonna get out and get out and back away, please. As my movement.
Yep. So half your movement to stand up and
Yep.
15 feet back this way.
And then Bardic Inspiration on Spear, Gus, and Tharia, the 3 who are in there.
Okay.
As a the.
So that's plus d6 to their next attack. Or
No, this especially with the Bardic Inspiration from my.
Take a note of this, guys. Who are having the
this is
effect on
Mantle
them.
Inspiration. You each get 3 temporary hit points, except you, because you've already got temporary hit points.
Yep.
So you get to choose one or the other, and you all get to move your movement for free without taking any attacks of opportunity wherever you want to go.
That's pretty awesome.
Wise point. If you move through the sheep, or you move through Buddy again, because it happens every turn.
She started her turn in the sheep.
Yep. So she got her
Oh, you
d6.
did your d6.
But every person
Right.
who moves through Buddy will get another d6 this
So
turn.
you all take an instant move action.
Mhm.
So that's Spear. Where would you like to go?
I will move back towards the
Oh, do you
sheep
want
and
to say a
not-
movement? Do you want to take a interaction and talk to these guys before they do anything?
Run!
Okay, where would you like to go? No attacks of
I'm
opportunity.
gonna move to the flanking side. I'm gonna move to that.
To here?
Yeah. No, a little further this way.
Through
Like,
Buddy?
yeah, there, around there.
You
Through
go
the sheep.
whoop, and to here. Do you want to be engaged with this hellhound?
Yeah, I want to be. Well, not. I mean,
Within
yes.
5 feet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
within 5
but
feet
not
of that.
face to face. Alright, well, d6 hit points for moving through the sheep.
You try. I am on full health, so that's fine.
Alright, awesome. And
She's on full health. It's fine.
Saya?
I'm gonna move back. How many? 15 feet was it?
Don't forget you.
How much? No, you get
Yeah,
full
but I
movement.
Okay. Can I
put
just
them
move? Can I just move? Yeah, I'm gonna move behind this pillar on, like, kind of similar to what Spear did. Yeah.
But on this side,
Yeah.
you can go out here and come around there.
Because
Yeah.
Through the sheep.
Go through the sheep.
Can I go through the sheep and then go back
You'll
there?
be able to get to here.
Nah, I won't go through the sheep. I don't need the sheep.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and just like even back up a little further if I can.
Oh, you want to slip past Gus?
No, like back towards you.
Oh.
Go towards the Prince of Darkness.
Yep. Just a bit behind that
So
pillar.
he,
Yep.
he gets his action, I believe, because she's moved away from the.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now your held action comes
Gus
into effect.
is also moving at the same time, so he will be able to get away.
Gus, where would you like to go?
I'll just move back behind that pillar.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so I take my second level ice knife. It does. I've foreseen how that went. I rolled the 15 plus 4. It's a 19. I presume that hits.
Yep.
The damage on the one that is struck is 6 points of damage, and then everything within 5 feet takes a further 9 points of damage on the proviso that they failed the dex save.
Okay, so how much damage does this one take? The one that you hit?
6 plus. Sorry, 9 plus 6 was 15.
Except it has to. Does it still get a dex save? Or yeah.
They all get a dex save for the final 9.
And the one that you first hit also gets a dex save?
Yeah. So.
For the 9, but it automatically takes the 6
What did you
points
hit?
from the strike.
Okay, cool. Yep, so that one's
The Hellhound, yeah.
This one passes the dex save, takes half damage.
No damage on a save.
Okay. And the DC of the save?
The DC of the save is 12. Dex 12.
Don't forget.
This one saves.
One of them is
Baned.
baned.
This one, and Bane is disadvantage.
No, it's -1d4.
Phew. Yeah. Okay. So this one takes damage, and this one takes damage.
Okay.
And how much is that? 6, you say?
The damage from the original targets takes 6 plus 9 on a fail.
So
9
the
for the
original
failed
target
save.
takes 15, and anyone else who failed takes 9.
Takes 9, correct.
And that one doesn't take damage. This one does.
The second level spell slots done.
Awesome.
I'm strongly tempted to retry my Bane.
And that was you, Lynn, correct?
Yes.
And have you concluded
Good
your
work
action?
there, that was tight. Nice.
All right.
Solid DM.
So, at this point, is this guy vulnerable, or is he just?
No, he's just a.
But he's having a great time.
Lady spirit.
Okay.
And they do
Hellhound
not get the
goes
benefits
here.
of Buddy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This guy needs to come up to attack you, Noriko, and this Hellhound is going to come up to attack Gus, the one that is baned. So it's coming up. Misses. Gus lunges past, claws just raking through the air. This one on spear misses on an. Yeah, misses. It's 13. Is your arm class 13?
No.
I didn't think so. Alright, these things, however, have a couple of attacks each, so they're coming in 9. What's your armor class at the moment, Nariko?
17.
First one misses with both attacks. Second one hits with one attack on a natural 20.
I will be unconscious here, guys.
So it's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points of damage.
I'm gone.
Okay. You down. The Shadow Demon looks to you, Sarya.
Okay.
Stalking in.
Come at me, bruh.
It's your armor class at the moment.
It is 14.
So I'm assuming 23 hits.
Yes, Herbie.
You make
23 hits.
I just wanted to make absolute sure. And it just sleeps around. It's like ethereal flames curling off its body. It just looks around the corner of the column, stares you in the eye, its eyes piercing your soul. 10 points of damage. Chill you to the core.
Didn't need Buddy, she said.
I didn't. I'm still very much alive.
Alright, cool. And that is their round. Okay, so furthermore, this point, you start to see the flames part. You see these large, tendriling claws start to push through. These huge tuberous tumors start stretching through the flames.
How to close the portal?
I have a unicorn horn.
There's a unicorn horn in the portal.
That's what I'm thinking.
Unicorn horn,
So
of
it's the
course.
universal
Of
penetration.
course.
It's fine.
Oh yeah.
Sweet horn of penetration. And we are at the top of the round.
Alright. Can you tweak that towards me, just so I can
See.
see what's going on? Alright, so first things first, I'm casting Thunder Wave.
Yep.
So that's an automatic death fail for you.
I'm up.
Oh, so who went down?
Me.
Yeah, automatic death fail for you. I'll fix it, it'll be okay. So they have to make Constitution saving throws.
DC?
14.
Pass. Fail. And... Sorry. Fail. Pass. Fail.
Okay. So the first fail takes 5 thunder damage and is thrust 10 feet. Next fail takes 9 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet.
You said 5 for this one?
Yep.
And it was just 2 of them that failed. So it passes through the
10.
spirit and ends up next to Spear.
And the non-failed one that passed takes 15 divided by 2. 7 damage. And he's not pushed. Okay. And then Buddy moves over.
This one crumbles to pieces as it skids back across the earth, falling to pieces.
Buddy potters over to Naruko, and she gets 1d6. Who else is damaged?
Very damaged.
And then over to...
How many feet movement do you have?
30.
The bounding sheep bounds happily through the mossy green glades.
And then Brandy Boy.
Yep.
Make some attacks.
Brandy Boy and Champion Lady over there, they're the ones who are surviving.
Petticoat, yeah.
Yeah, who are you hitting?
The Hellhound, both will hit.
Cool.
So that's 7, 8, 9 damage, and 8 damage.
Is this the one you... This one, yes?
Yep.
Cool. It starts breaking apart into chunks of coal. A single lick of fire comes out and just rolls around it as it falls to the ground.
Is that the one I baned or no?
That is the one you baned.
Okay. So I'm now concentration free.
Very good.
Saya. Unless you want to take a move action, Gus.
I won't, but if I have any more movement left on Buddy, I'll move Buddy towards Saya.
No, that's it.
Okay.
I'm gonna distract the puppy, Prince of Darkness. And I'm gonna cast a really big spell at it, like a level 2 guiding bolt.
You want to hit with?
I do want to hit, but
So
I
you
can.
want that 17?
I would love that, but only if no one else. Like, I don't need. It's not
Hey,
as important.
Please, get it. Get it. Go for it.
17 to hit the Prince of Darkness.
It's Buddy Christ fingers all
I've
the
seen
way.
how this goes. Take that shot.
Alright. Please. Alright. 8. Plus, so that's 14. 15 damage.
And what type of damage is it?
It is radiant damage.
Nice.
Magic
The thing reels up as your hand starts glowing with singular moon and sun energy wrapping around your hand. You launch it forwards. Guardian bolt goes around its neck, around its body, entwining its hands and legs. Reels back, taking 30 points of damage.
Ah.
And,
That's exactly what I saw. That's exactly what I saw.
It is, however, still up.
Oh, I didn't see that.
But it is severely injured. It's like you see cracks opening up, bits of flame start just sputtering and ghosting. And still beyond it, further, the first tendril hits the ground, the thud reverberates through the whole chamber. And we are up to 3. Spear.
Me.
You're currently here engaged with the Hellhound.
Can you remind me what the unicorn horn does? It was I know it purifies food and drink.
It purifies food and drink, and it has, and it can do that at range, and it also does a radiant bolt or something like that.
It was like a cleansing. It was like cure disease.
Yeah, it's cure disease and purify food. So it's 2.
I don't know how helpful that's going to be.
Well, but it specifically
removes the pestilence.
Like makes these things extremely unhappy.
Well, the
If you stick the green one, it'll explode.
Yeah.
I would waste a shot of that tentaclay. I see.
Yeah. So can I hit from here with the wand? The portal?
Yeah, it's 120 feet range.
Okay, I'm gonna go for that. I'm going to hit the portal. Do I have to?
No, you just tell me how many charges you want to expend from this thing.
I've got 8 left, so I'll expend 5.
Okay, you reach out and, like, spite of the Hellhound, and you sort of concentrate. I'm going to say the Hellhound's going to get an attack opportunity on you because you're putting so much into this. Is your armor class higher than 17?
Yes.
You're just like, back! Beast! Back! Ha! And you raise the one and starts pushing the thing. The tendril coming out of it starts disintegrating, falling to pieces. You see the wavering, the portal's energy start to waver and weaken. You get a divine sense that if you break the circle with the unicorn's horn, then this portal will disappear. The unicorn horn itself is calling to you and instructing you to do this, and you know it in your heart to be true.
Okay, circle of stones or circle of portal?
There's a circle drawn on the ground.
Now. You've got movement, and you've already provoked.
So I'll move past the hellhound towards the...
Yeah. So you just go cut wide, 20, 30, you end up there. Alright, awesome. For Nariko.
So, where's the sheepy thing?
Sheep is right here, you're right here, you're currently prone, but not dead.
I will stand up,
So that's half your movement.
Was drinking a potion a bonus action?
I'll let you do it as a bonus action, yeah.
What was the worth of the potions we had?
They're basic healing potions, so I believe it's 2d4.
I think
plus
it's
2. 1d4 plus 4 or 1d4 plus 2.
I think it's 2d4.
I think it's 2d4 plus 2, yeah.
2d4 plus 2.
Yep, I'll do that. That's alright.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
8.
Awesome.
+2.
Oh, plus 2,
Plus
so
2,
10.
So, and for your action,
I will. So can I move?
yep, you will provoke an attack of opportunity if you step away from it.
Oh, the green thing's right in front of me.
Yeah, the green thing right in front of you.
Yeah, right, I'll try to hit it, I suppose. With my sword. 22.
That hits.
It's a good try.
And that is 10.
Can I just retcon that Spear yelled out what she was doing as
Yep.
she ran? Just so you're not all confused.
Can you tell me what you're yelling at?
Yeah, sure. I'll just say, I'll handle the portal. You take care of the beasts.
The doggy thing.
Uh-huh.
Dog. Puppy dog.
Anyway, that was 10. 10 damage, and if it makes a difference, it's a magical weapon.
Yep, it's... You swing it through as you stand up. It starts to crumble and fall to pieces before you, the last of its magical binding energy dissipating as your sword passes through it.
Alright, well...
And you can move 15 feet if you want, you're unengaged.
Yeah, I'll move towards the big
Yeah,
dog
the
thing.
dogs don't get to do it.
Oh no, the hellhound, the last hellhound. I'll move
Okay.
towards...
You run up and they're now in engagement distance with the hellhounds.
Yeah, sounds good.
Alright, Bernard.
Bernard.
All right, I'm getting a bit of a bond with my petticoat mercenary. I look battle-wise and grimly up at her, and I say, "We got to do this." And she nods down, and then she sort of drops down onto one knee, and I vault up and leap onto her, and she charges with the crossbow, and she takes one shot at the hellhound and the other one at the Prince of Darkness, and I spring from it, and then ice knife mid. I should have told it.
Yeah, I'm going to put you up here to give some kind of dramatic flair to your campaign.
Your ice knife would have advantage.
Advantage. The next attack on the
Guiding
Prince of
bolt.
Darkness has advantage.
I am planning on using my bardic inspiration again. if
Oh,
possible.
okay. In that case, I will take the roll as opposed to the save, and I will use the ice.
Alright, awesome. So it makes you do...
So first of all, my ice knife roll is 21. So
Okay.
the damage for that.
Do you want to roll again in case it's a natural 20?
Oh, because I'm at advantage.
Yes.
Nope.
We'll take it first.
The damage for the piercing dagger of ice is 6 points, and then there is a dex save for it for another 2 points, I believe. 4 points.
Okay. You throw out the ice.
Go right in front of me.
Heads towards it. Is it all cold damage or is it
It's
piercing?
all ice damage, yeah.
All
All cold damage. Sorry, the first one is piercing damage. The explosion is cold.
It's
So piercing damage lances into it. Cold damage does nothing at all. Just falls off.
Okay.
How much piercing damage?
That was 6. Of course, we have the 2 attacks from the mercenary. And the first one, the second one's not going to hit the beast, but the first one will hit the hellhound, and it will do 8 points damage. Onto the hellhound.
This hellhound? Yep. Yep. And that's you. So, Lynn.
I'm standing in buddy, yes?
You're standing in buddy. You can get another d6 health.
I rolled 2 1s and 2 2s.
This is an amazing spell.
I know.
Just saying.
It is so good.
Where's it from?
The
Maple?
Xanthus?
Is it Xanthos?
Xanthus. I thought it was Xanthus.
I'm not sure.
Alright.
It is
It's a newer one though. Yeah.
Seeing as this worked well last time, or didn't actually, I'm going to try to Bane the Prince of Darkness and the remaining Hellhound again, only at level 1 this time.
Yep. The Prince of Darkness is fine, and the Hellhound. The Prince of Wolves, sorry, the Prince of Wolves is fine. The Hellhound is not so fine. So roll damage for the Hellhound. Oh, it's Bane, so
Bane,
it's
yes.
with the.
And I'm going to use my bonus action. I'm once again going to Mantle Inspiration. I'm going to Mantle Inspiration Saria, so that she can get away from the Prince of Darkness if she wants to. Spear, so that she can get to the portal. And myself, because I need the 10 hit points.
Remember to mark that down, guys. It's up to you to remember it. Okay.
So that's when we all get moved to move.
Yeah, you get to move.
You all get to move.
For free.
So I'm dashing towards
How
the
many
portal.
hippos do we have?
That is a great college power.
It is amazing.
I'm running. I'm gonna run towards where spear.
Just run around. You dashing? Can you dash as a part of that? Or is it just normal?
No, it's
No,
just
it's just
movement.
regular movement.
So you're just a little bit farther away, but you can get around and get to here if you want.
Well, I don't provoke an attack of
I
opportunity.
know.
Oh,
but you
okay, yeah,
can't
yeah.
quite slip
I
through
can't
that
quite.
gap.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll do that.
Enough about there. And who's the third person who got the?
Me. I'll move up closer.
Okay, so go out there.
A
Do you want to
little
be?
way back, like towards this side. A little bit that way so that he can't cone fire us. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Good area of effect consideration there. Nice.
We have experience.
All right.
It wasn't good.
And that's you.
That's me.
The Hellhound bounds away, provoking an attack of opportunity.
My best shot. Nope. That's a big no.
Okay.
No, I rolled 2. I wish.
Yeah, you put it down on the
I
table. I like
wish.
that. Yeah, I do that too.
I can dream.
Yeah, that's right. So close.
Let's get it. And then just unleashes with fire upon you. So you have to make a dex saving throw. Spear.
Dex saving throw?
Have you already seen this?
I've used all. I'm tapped, friend. I got one first level slot left, and it's probably the shield.
16.
That is a successful saving throw, so you only take half of this damage, which is 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 21 round down. So I'm nice to take 10 points of damage. She was on full health.
Yeah, full health.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I haven't gotten hit yet.
And the
Did the
Prince
was
of
that the,
Wolves?
did you take the Bane into account for that attack?
It's area
Yeah,
effect.
sorry.
So it's just my save throw.
Prince of Wolves comes up and goes for an attack again. Let's be at 19.
I got 20.
Ace.
I'm miscalculating.
That's 19 plus 5.
Oh.
So it's 24. Does he still
Damn it.
miss? Alright.
Didn't you cast the thing in yourself?
Yeah, but it empowers my attack to make damage.
10 points of damage.
Okay, I'm still up.
Yes.
And now, as you run towards these crumbling tendrils, like these big black soot marks, just like falling around it, and three new tendrils just push violently out through the wall of fame, all orange, bulbous purple, pink, yellow forms, amorphously rushing towards you. Just make a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh.
No.
3 dexterity saving throws, to be specific, one for each of them.
15.
That saves.
14.
That saves as well.
1, 15.
So you only take d6 plus 2 for one of them, so 5 points of damage.
He's still up!
Just a little bloody and
one of them
so
sort of
good.
lances by razor-sharp thorns, slashing across your leg as you sort of dash towards it. We go to the top of the round. Gus.
Who down that end of the... Alright, so Buddy, other Buddies go away. Actually, my Buddy goes for a walk. He's gonna double move. And then...
What are you... No.
And then Fluffy Buddy, or Shiny Buddy, is going to take a walk through any damaged people on its way up the top.
Okay.
So,
So that is Lynn and Nariko getting d6.
Can it make its way to Saria?
No.
Not quite.
Okay. And then you're in a bit of pain. I'm not too much pain.
I'm okay.
I can't make my way all the way up there, can I? No.
You can, if you want to dash. You want to move. Go to, that's like, Bernard, you come to the ground. So your 30 feet will take you to here.
Right, I'll go up to there. Oh, bugger. I'll go the rest of the way up to the Prince.
As you can dash.
Prince of Wolves.
Yep.
It's very easy.
And it gets to make a Constitution saving throw.
Does get to make a Constitution saving throw. DC
14.
It is fine on a 15.
And Brandy Boy moves up. He's going to take a couple of pot shots at...
Strafe or just jump up to the next one?
Yeah, jump to the next one, take a couple of pot shots at...
You can cover behind here. Leads out.
The Big Bad Wolf. That's a miss. 12 is not going to hit, is it?
12 is not going to hit, just misses. So.
Alright, guiding bolt on Prince of Barkness. 9. So, no.
Shoots in between spear and just disappears into the portal beyond. You hear
That's all I can do.
as the laughter of Ivan echoes.
Except I'm gonna move.
Tendrils lashing out of the portal.
I'm just gonna like move in front of the dog a bit more. So like stay in engagement distance, but move there.
All right, and spear.
Is it a free action to destroy this circle?
It's just an action.
It's just an action.
It is an action.
I'm going to take the action to destroy the circle, and then I'm going to take my movement action to back towards Sire.
Okay. You reach up. You sheath your. You have to. You sheath your sword, or drop your shield. Your choice. Sheath your sword. Grab the horn out. Bring it down with full force. A beam of radiant light penetrates the chamber, and.
Is it a rainbow?
Ground. A rainbow starts erupting, and rainbow light all around the circle. The tendrils that are lashing out and just like smashing around start breaking into pieces as the firewall itself disappears, and the portal is gone. The Hellhound and the Prince of Wolves, however, remain. And then
I back towards Saya.
Yeah.
3 hit points.
Not so yet.
Very cool.
You could,
no.
No, but he's a bit far away.
I'm glad you're next to me then.
That's what I was thinking.
Nariko.
Within touching range.
Where am I?
You're back here.
I'll move up to the Hellhound.
Yep.
And I'll try and cut it in the butt.
Cut it
Cool.
in the butt.
Cut it in the butt.
I will not cut it in the butt.
I feel like you don't lose on
Butt
that.
cutting failure.
I will do a casting thing anyway.
Yep.
We'll cast, it's a bonus action. Hex on the big Prince of Bucks.
Okay. Done. And Bernard?
Oh, it has a disadvantage on ability checks with strength, I decided.
Okay. Bernard?
Burn it.
Burn.
Having hit the ground after my last move into a little roll, I'm quite impressed with that. We nod, petticoat myself, and then on the Hellhound, I'm doing the herding word, die dog!
It is not even listening to you. It's too busy by everything else. From everything else attacking it.
Okay.
The
and
words
then-
just bounce off the walls, fall on deaf ears.
And then there's 2 crossbow bolts. 13.
Yep. They shoot off 13 misses. And
After that one, we're going like this.
Lynn.
I would like to cast Dissonant Whispers on the Hellhound. Remember it's faint.
Yes, 74. What's the target number?
13.
What's it? Wisdom +1. So no, it makes it even with the Bane.
Oh well. And that's it for me. I'll move up a bit. I'll walk through, buddy.
Okay. In the turn, the Prince of Wolves goes nuts and just comes in attacking Gus. Natural 20. So on the dice, it's 20 points of damage plus 3, so 23 points of damage. It lashes around, huge anger. It just rears up on its back legs, its shadow claws raising up above you, its eyes piercing you. Its mask splits down the center, and its central eye protrudes like a pineal gland coming out of its forehead, and you see all of this energy just sucking out of Gus into its form. You still up?
I'm like, it's gonna be a bad day for you, buddy.
As the fake exterior falls away.
All of it, or what?
Awesome.
You soak all of that up?
Yeah.
How much?
When I take on the symbiote form, I get 4 temporary hit points per level. So I get an extra 12 hit points on top of my 21 hit points. So I can actually soak up quite a bit of.
So
quite
you
a bit
don't
of
soak
pain.
all of, like, you don't soak all with your
No,
mushrooms,
no,
but
I'm
you
down to
still-
10 hit points. But I intend to rectify that this round.
The Hellhound is just going crazy, lashing out at anyone that he can. It does not recharge its fire breath, and just goes to attack the first thing in front of it, which is Saya. I'm missing you, I believe, unless your armor class is what was your armor class? 14 or less?
It is 14.
Oh.
Does it get me? Does
Hit you.
it bang the thing on it? Does that still...
No.
8, 9,
Yes,
11.
it does.
Oh, is Bane still apply?
Then it misses.
Yes. Awesome.
And we are back to you guys, top of the round. Gus.
Alright. Buddy's. Is it 30 feet between me and glowing Buddy?
Not quite. But he's like desperately.
Can he walk through us?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
in that case, you can move through the other people instead.
Okay, so Lynn, D6, Nariko, D6, and then it's here.
I got
love
you.
this
I'll
spell.
take it.
Okay. So the Prince of Wolves, that's like some kind of gaze attack. It's like making eye contact each time it's doing it, right?
It's making eye contact. It's not particularly eye contact. It seems like because it could draw your energy through its claws, any part of its being.
In that case, I'm going to start by casting Cure Wounds on myself. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, that's full. Dink. And then I just suck more fungus back up and re-engage my symbiote.
So how far can you do that?
It's his
Wild shape.
recharges. It's wild shape.
So 2 per short rest.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
And it's a standard action to do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm done.
Yeah, cool. Awesome.
Oh no, I've got to move. No, never mind. I'm full. That's fine. I'm just gonna say that. That's my go. Sorry. Oh, that is the wolf still up?
Yeah.
It is. Brandy boy. 16.
It hits.
And that one won't. So that's 3 damage.
Cool.
Down to 1, I'm guessing.
Cool. Saya.
Turn to my friend Spear. Have you never been so fulfilled? And then I give you a big hug and cure wounds. So you get
It's like,
4 points.
It's double what I have now.
Yay. And
remember, you can always take a walk through, buddy.
oh yeah, can I, without losing engagements, can I
Yeah, you
take
can.
a walk
You
through,
swing
buddy?
around to you.
And I'll just to the back. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome.
I imagine him kind of like a large glowing Pillsbury Doughboy
Spear.
with a mushroom head.
Can I also walk through Buddy, and then can I take a swing at the principals?
Yes. So plus D6.
That smells a cracker.
Yeah.
Even better.
Feeling
if you
good.
Take
Kinda.
most broken thing I've ever done is take a lore bard with a into life cleric, and then take that as my magical secrets. 'Cause then you
18?
get to add
That hits.
the cleric bonus to all of the heals.
And
Nice. You get,
now what do I roll? A D8.
It's 2.
They're all in front of me. D8s. Yeah, it's all everywhere.
It's almost one of those things you got to take. You know,
3
I think it's
plus a
actually a hole in the rules.
D4. What's the D4?
Spirit.
Plus. So it was 6 damage plus 2 radiant damage.
Okay, well, the radiant damage is what's actually doing more damage.
Yes. That's why I empowered my attacks.
Good idea. Awesome. So you swing through, you come through, and it's like what's left of it is so staggering to the side. You see its flames getting weaker and weaker, its shadows lighter and lighter, shying away from the radiant damage, upset by the very idea that cracks start to appear in its faceplate. Nariko.
I'll try to hit the dog in front of me again.
Yep.
I really do not.
Go King.
That's a 1.
Cool. Bernard.
Yeah, I'm going to keep concentrating on the Hellhound. My action will be Toll of the Dead, so that's a save for you. And Petticoat is going. Toll of the Dead failed, the save. That'll be 7 points as damage. And then the bolts from my Petticoat Mercenary are going to fly wide.
Okay. And Lynn.
How far am I from the Hellhound?
20 feet?
I'm gonna walk up to it through Buddy if I can.
Yeah, you can go wide and come 30 feet around.
Thank you, Buddy. I'm now on full health. I got my rapier in one hand and my useless instrument in the other.
As per the miniature.
As per the miniature. And I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers at it.
Yep.
Charisma save minus D. Sorry, wisdom save minus D4.
Pass, even with D4. It's not good, it's 15.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Oh well.
Oh no, that's a lie. It's minus 2 charisma, 13.
That is the threshold.
It passes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Is it doing any effect? No?
No effect on effect.
Okay, your turn. The Hellhound does not get its ability back. However, it's feeling cornered and it just wants to
Wait,
lash
half
out.
damage on successful save. I apologize.
Okay.
That it failed the last time too, didn't it? Sorry,
Too many
save.
rounds ago.
Yeah.
That's 9 now.
Yeah. I just need to keep better track. That's 9 psychic damage divided by half, so 4 psychic damage.
Yep, groovy. And the Prince of Wolves is angered by Augustus and swings again, missing. Just claws. It seems to be wild, staggering left and right. So just shaking, almost immaterial. Again, this one solid piece of stone. And it is back to you.
I'm gonna put the proverbial boot in.
Shillelagh.
Yes. That'll be a 19 to hit.
Hits.
So that's 7 magical bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
Then another 5 poison damage from my spores as they stick in.
The poison does nothing.
Check that. It is poison. And then it makes a Constitution saving throw at 14.
Fails. What kind of damage is this?
Necrotic. Yep. Takes 4 necrotic damage.
Okay, it is literally everything else seems almost completely ethereal except for this mask, but the faint outline is still there. Saya.
Guiding bolt.
On
the Prince of Darkness.
Yes, nice.
You turn around, bugger this hellhound. You just like,
Does 14 hit?
yes.
Yes. Alright.
Alright, so you slance over, you lean over the top of the wolf, of the hellhound, the sheep next to you, just glowing. Everyone else is fighting. You just like
you provoke.
Guiding bolt. A spark of energy launches out from your form, radiates, hits dead center in the forehead, radiates through it. The whole thing just dissipates in a cloud of sparkling ash, and the mask itself shrinks to about a third of the size and falls to the ground. Clink, 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 clink.
And I'm still in the hellhound's still there?
Hellhound is still right here.
I'm just gonna, in engagement distance, I'm just gonna walk by the sheep. And that's the end of my turn.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
She may have provoked the hellhound.
Spear. Look, at this point, you all just wail on the hellhound. You tear the poor doggy to pieces, and you have gone through the chamber. It is clear. There's nothing else here. All that remains of this whole encounter is a single platinum mask.
I would like to inspect.
She's closer.
Yeah, you want to have a poke at your magical sense of sensing?
Yeah, well, I'll use my divine sense.
It has a very... It in and of itself is not inherently good or evil. It does have a radiant demonic taint to it, but from what you can tell, that's mostly due to its association.
Masks don't kill people.
So how big is it?
With your identify.
Oh, it's big enough for a human.
It shrunk to human size. That seems to be its inherent size. That is what you glean from it. Apart from that, yeah, it definitely... You get a sense it might be magical, but not being a wizard yourself, you're not sure of how to detect its properties.
Anyone have any detect magic, identify item, or even just a good arcana roll?
I can do an arcana.
All of those things, but
you don't like meddling with this stuff, huh?
But
no,
this
it's all about having to prepare the right spell.
Is a story for another day. There are things that you find in the remnants of this mission. You find this mask. You're able to research it and discover its properties. There are notes and letters that you find in Ivan's office and hunting room that indicate further activities of Strachan and potential locations
that Aaron Blackmane may have gone to. You know that abroad in the world, an evil exists and still rests, trying to uproot the potentially frail alliance of the lords that hold the lands together. However, the epicenter of this evil, and the greatness of it, and the potential to summon Zugtumwar themselves to this dimension in physical form and consume this village and the surrounding forest has been halted, thanks to the good work of a small band of straggling soldiers, of heroes, who call themselves proud members of the 3rd Daggerford Irregulars.
Thank you for watching the first story arc in The 7 Masks of Mayhem, Tabletop Dynasties' inaugural 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons campaign. We'll be back soon with The Siege of Mirabar, our second arc in the series. In the meantime, we'll be releasing the remaining episodes in our first science fiction arc, Starfinder General, and dipping our toes in the smoky waters of Bogdan Konstantinskal's hard-boiled detective game, Grey Cells. So, like, subscribe, and hit the bell button to stay abreast of all new releases from Tabletop Dynasties.